Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new movie about making movies, this biopic French exploration of new French wave of cinema, Nouvelle Vague. And I'm not very good with French. I'm going to do my best here. But this particular film is from director Richard Linklater. It was a collection of Laetitia Messon and Michel Petin, who worked on the adaptation of this. Holly Gent and Vincent Palmo Jr. did the screenplay. But you have Linklater, who takes the reins of the story that focuses on, after writing for Cahiers du cinéma, young Jean-Luc Godard decides making film is the best film criticism. And he gets Beauregard to fund a low-budget feature, creating a treatment with Truffaut about a gangster couple, and what would become one of the most influential films of all time, Breathless. And this film is gorgeous. Like, from the start, the blocked out aspect ratio, the old school feel of this film, where you have like the little black blots and stuff like that. David Chamberlain, who's the cinematographer, does an amazing job of bringing this rich, crisp, black and white cinematography to life. And there are so many specific shots that stand out so well. Because like Jean-Luc Godard always has these sunglasses on. And there's a couple moments where you see reflections of films in his glasses, and it's just so beautiful, so striking. And just having like the cigarette smoke, because he's always smoking a cigarette, and you have this feeling that we're just transported back into this era of filmmaking, and it is gorgeous, it is engrossing, and it never falters. You never see the seams of this newly created experience, and the music choices are so rich and vibrant and full of emotion. This film is so emotive, and there's good sense of humor. There's a lot of fun moments. Laughed out loud a couple of times throughout the film. It never gets so deeply emotional, but there's moments where you have this conflict because you have Jean-Luc Godard and Jean Seberg. There's a lot of tension there, and how Jean-Luc Godard wants to film this, and how so much of his crew are just like, that is not how you make movies. Like, oh, that's the point. And all of these moments of him just lashing out at the status quo of filmmaking and trying to offer something so different, and the challenge of collaborating with somebody in this type of space, and the struggle of seeing their vision when their vision is so far out from where you are. And Jean Seberg's arc here is she had this very Otto Preminger kind of feeling of, this is how you make a movie. And she is put in so many different situations that challenges her as an artist, a creative, and the push and pull between Godard and Seberg is really the soul of this film. And there's so many other great moments of Jean-Paul Belmondo, who's the male lead in it, and he is so charming. You have Godard's crew of, it's very like Wes Anderson-y, it's very like symmetrical, and like showing all of these, like, here's famous French filmmakers, and like pop their name on as they sit for like a portrait. And you have all those little quirky moments. This film is very artful and very engrossing. I do feel like pacing wise, this is only an hour and 45 minutes, but you have Godard's process, which is so loose, and like that, it translates where at times it was hard to really connect with Nouvelle Vague, because you're sitting there as an audience being like, come on, man, we need to get to the next scene. And, there's some of those moments that stand out like that. And, they pack a lot of characters into this film, but a lot of them are really charming. And I think the cast is so organic across the board, bringing all of these different types of characters. I love the cinematographer. He was so much fun. You just have all of these different dynamics. It's such an engrossing film, and Guillaume Marbec is just effortlessly just so engrossing as Jean-Luc Godard. He has created a character that feels so lived in and so specific, and he just comes to life on screen in the most engaging ways. This film is one that, if you love movies about making movies, it's great. You see this process. The challenge of like art or even collaborating with other people and that tension, it's there, it's real. I think Zoe Deutsch, who is Gene Seberg, Guillaume Marbeck, they're so great, anchoring this whole film down. The whole rest of the cast is so engrossing and interesting. Just from a filmmaking standpoint, this wholly realizes this era in such an engaging way. I was really smitten and charmed by this film. Like, there's deeper, more emotionally resonant films about making films, but this one is so rich in technical aspects, the acting, and just, even if it has loose storytelling, it has conflict that keeps us engaged and characters that keep us engaged. This is a wonderful 1-2 punch. I think I love Blue Moon a lot. This one I really appreciated and liked a lot. So, good for Richard Linklater. He's having quite a fall. But those are my thoughts on Nouvelle, Vague. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.